Benjamin didn't like to wake up in the middle of the night. According to him, there were three gentlemen sitting in the couch having a long conversation that you could not interrupt, because if you do, they would take you with them. Of course, nobody believed Benjamin. He was only a 5-year-old boy with a big imagination, and his older brother Christopher would make fun of him. Christopher was an annoying teenager, but hey, weren't we all like Christopher one day, right? Christopher didn't know when to stop, so he would enjoy making Benjamin completely mad. One day Christopher woke up at 3 in the morning. What a big mistake. Since he didn't believe to his little brother, he decided to take a tour around the house in the dark. He wasn't scared at all. I mean, who would believe in ghosts? When he was getting closer to the living room, he heard a very weird whisper. But it wasn't only one. It seems like a bunch of people were talking. He got scared. He thought about Ben and what he said. But he thought after, nah, that's not possible. So he kept walking towards the living room. As soon as he walked in, nobody was there. So he felt relief. Probably he was imagining those things. He looked around before going to bed. He thought about going to Ben's room to play a joke on him. So that's what he did. He opened the door of Ben's room very slowly so he wouldn't wake up. He dropped himself to the floor pretending he was a ninja. So as soon as he got close to the bed, he jumped and said, "Boo!" But Ben wasn't there. He looked around the room and noticed that the closet door was slightly open. He would hear Ben's breathing. So he opened the door and Ben was hiding from something.
Ben, are you okay?
Christopher said.
They're coming for you. Hide here so they won't find you.
Ben, stop. You're scaring me.
Come fast, Chris, come fast.
Ben said. So he did as his little brother said. They closed the door. After a few seconds, they heard how the door from the bedroom opened very slowly. Somebody was in the room. Then Chris noticed that 2 other people came inside the room too. He thought about his parents. Why they would never come to help Ben when he said there was people inside the house. Why he didn't help him. Why he was such a jerk. He felt bad. Real bad. Benjamin looked at Christopher and Chris held him, making a sign to remain silent. They both hugged really tight and closed their eyes. It was like they knew they would never gonna see each other again. After a couple of minutes, they started looking around very slowly. It was morning already. But how? Chris thought. Well, they might fell asleep.
Everything is okay now.
Christopher said and looked at his brother. But he wasn't holding Ben. He was holding an old teddy bear. He came outside the closet. Ben was sleeping very peacefully. He approached Ben and said,
Hey, wake up, Ben.
But Ben was in a deep sleep.
Hey, wake up.
He said again.
Told you not to bother them, Chris.
He said in his sleep.
How are you gonna get back home now?
Chris, in shock, realized that he was trapped in the world of the unliving, in a dark world, maybe forever. Ben still tried to convince his mom that Chris is in the house, and Chris still screams for help. Nobody would listen to him. So, if you hear your name out of nowhere, probably it's a trapped spirit asking you for help.